Have you ever considered how secure your mobile device truly is from cyber attacks? It's a question that's more relevant than ever with our lives increasingly digitized. Our mobile devices have become treasure troves of personal and professional data. This makes them prime targets for cyber attacks. Let's delve into the current threat landscape for mobile devices. It's not a pretty picture. The most common types of threats we encounter are malware, phishing, and network exploits. Each of these threats presents its own unique challenges and potential impacts. Firstly, let's talk about malware. Malware, short for malicious software, is a broad term that encompasses any program or file that is harmful to a computer or, in our case, mobile devices. This can include viruses, worms, trojans, and ransomware. These malicious programs can hijack your device, steal your data, or even hold it ransom. Next up, we have phishing. This is a method used by cybercriminals to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information, such as passwords or credit card numbers, often through deceptive emails or text messages. With the rise of mobile banking and online transactions, phishing has become increasingly prevalent on mobile platforms. Then we have network exploits. These are attacks that take advantage of vulnerabilities in a network security to gain unauthorized access to systems and data. This could involve anything from intercepting your data on a public Wi-Fi network to exploiting a vulnerability in your device's operating system. What's concerning is the increasing sophistication and frequency of these cyber attacks. Cybercriminals are getting smarter, using advanced techniques and constantly evolving their methods to bypass security measures. This, combined with the sheer number of mobile devices in use worldwide, has led to an exponential increase in mobile cyber threats. As we can see, the threat landscape is vast and constantly evolving, making mobile security a critical concern. The threats we've discussed are just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless more lurking in the depths of the cyber world, waiting for an opportunity to strike. It's a stark reminder that we must be vigilant and proactive in protecting our mobile devices and the valuable data they hold. So, how can you protect your mobile devices and data from these threats? Well, the answer lies in adopting a handful of best practices for mobile security. Let's delve into that. First and foremost, keep your software up to date. Yes, it may seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people ignore those pesky update notifications. Software updates aren't just about adding new features. They often include patches for security vulnerabilities that hackers could exploit. So, next time you see that update notification, don't put it off. Your device's security could depend on it. Next, let's talk passwords. We all know they're important, but are we giving them the attention they deserve? A strong, unique password is your first line of defense against unauthorized access. Don't go for the easy route of password 123 or QWERTY. Make it complex, mix it up with numbers, symbols, and both uppercase and lowercase letters. And remember, each account should have its own unique password. Reusing passwords is a big no-no. If one account gets compromised, all your accounts could be at risk. Now you may be thinking, how am I supposed to remember all these complex, unique passwords? That's where password managers come in. They securely store all your passwords, so you only need to remember one master password. It's like a digital vault for your passwords, but even the strongest password can be cracked or stolen. That's why you should enable two-factor authentication or 2FA wherever possible. This adds an extra layer of security by requiring not only your password, but also a second piece of information. This could be a text message, an email, or a fingerprint. It's like having a double lock on your door. Even if a hacker gets your password, they won't get very far without the second factor. Another crucial practice is to download apps only from trusted sources, like the Google Play Store or Apple's App Store. These platforms vet the apps they host, reducing the risk of downloading something malicious. And remember, just because an app is popular doesn't mean it's safe. Always check the reviews and the app's permissions before downloading. Lastly, Avoid public Wi-Fi networks whenever possible. They are often unsecured and can be a prime hunting ground for hackers. If you need to use public Wi-Fi, consider using a virtual private network, or VPN, to encrypt your data and keep it safe from prying eyes. So, there you have it. These best practices may seem simple, but they are incredibly effective. Keep your software up to date, use strong, unique passwords, enable two-factor authentication, download apps only from trusted sources, and avoid public Wi-Fi. By following these best practices, you can significantly reduce your vulnerability to cyber attacks on your mobile devices. But what about the future? What technologies are emerging to better protect our mobile devices? As we look ahead, several promising technologies are emerging that aim to bolster mobile security. Chief among these are biometrics, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. Let's start with biometrics. Biometrics technology uses unique physical or behavioral characteristics to verify a user's identity. This includes everything from fingerprints and facial recognition to voice patterns, and even the unique way in which an individual types or swipes on their device. Biometrics provides an extra layer of security, making it much harder for cybercriminals to gain unauthorized access. It's an exciting field and one that's rapidly evolving. We're seeing innovations like iris scanning and heart rate biometrics, which promise to make mobile devices even more secure. Next up, we have artificial intelligence, or AI. AI has the potential to revolutionize mobile security. By learning and adapting to new threats, AI can help to detect and neutralize threats before they can do any damage. For instance, machine learning algorithms can analyze patterns of behavior to identify anomalies that might indicate a cyber attack. Then, they can take steps to block the attack or alert the user. AI can also help to automate security tasks, freeing up human resources to focus on more complex issues. AI isn't a magic bullet for mobile security, but it's a powerful tool in the arsenal. Finally, let's talk about blockchain. Blockchain is a decentralized, transparent, and tamper-proof technology that's most famous for underpinning cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but it has potential applications in mobile security as well. For example, blockchain could be used to create secure, decentralized identities that are much harder to fake or steal than traditional usernames and passwords. It could also be used to secure transactions and communications, making it harder for cybercriminals to intercept or tamper with data. Each of these technologies has its own strengths and weaknesses, and none of them will be a silver bullet against all cyber threats. But used in combination, they have the potential to significantly improve mobile security. Of course, as these technologies evolve, so too will the threats we face. Cybercriminals are always looking for new ways to breach security defenses, and they'll no doubt find ways to exploit these technologies as well. That's why it's so important for us to stay informed and vigilant. Ultimately, the goal of mobile security isn't just to protect our devices, but to protect the valuable data they contain. Our identities, our financial information, our personal and professional communications. These are all potential targets for cybercriminals. Emerging technologies like biometrics, AI, and blockchain are powerful tools in the fight to protect this data. As technology evolves, so too will the tools we use to protect our mobile devices. We've covered a lot today, so let's quickly summarize. Our exploration began with an overview of the threat landscape. We discussed how mobile devices, due to their ubiquity and connectivity, are tempting targets for cybercriminals. We looked at common threats such as malware, phishing, and data breaches, each posing a significant risk to our personal and professional lives. Next, we turned our attention to best practices for mobile security. We stressed the importance of regular software updates, as these often contain patches for known vulnerabilities. We also highlighted the need for strong, unique passwords, as well as two-factor authentication to add an extra layer of security. We underscored the significance of data backup, which can be a lifesaver in case of data loss. We also suggested the use of VPNs for secure browsing, especially when on public Wi-Fi networks, and the need to scrutinize app permissions to ensure they don't overstep boundaries. Then, we explored emerging technologies in mobile security. We saw how artificial intelligence and machine learning are helping to detect and neutralize threats more efficiently. We looked at the role of biometric authentication, like fingerprint and facial recognition, in making security more convenient and robust. We also examined the potential of blockchain technology for secure data storage and transactions. In essence, the world of mobile security is both challenging and dynamic. The threats are real and ever-evolving, but so are the solutions. It's a continuous game of cat and mouse, where staying one step ahead is key. Remember, mobile security is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay safe in the digital world. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or an everyday user, the responsibility to protect your mobile devices and data lies with you. Equip yourself with knowledge and the right tools, and you'll be well prepared to face the cyber threats of tomorrow.